up, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another subreddit video, and today we are diving into r/entitled parents. It's been a while since we've been on this subreddit. You guys know the deal. It is some of the worst parenting, might I say entitled parenting. But for those of you guys that don't know, we have been doing live streams. We've been doing like 2-ish, 3-ish a week now, but today I am currently in Orlando as this video airs, and so for that reason, this one has to be, you know, a normal video. But hey, I'm still here. We're still selling fake doors, if you guys get that reference. But anyways, r/entitled parents. Let's see what's popping today. I got the top post of the week, and let's just get into it. All right. Entitled stepmom told me to tone down my wheelchair at her wedding. Your wheelchair? Wait, what do you mean? You're disabled and she told you to tone it down? I, 25 female, have been using a wheelchair since I was 18 due to my spinal injury. It's sleek and metallic purple, my favorite color, and something that makes me feel a little bit more like me. That's a pretty sick wheelchair right there. My dad recently remarried his new wife, who is the entitled mother, and she is something else. A few weeks before the wedding, she called me and said, hey, for the ceremony, can you maybe rent a black wheelchair, or at least one that doesn't look so flashy? Brother, what? You have to pay for a whole new wheelchair just for her to get married to your dad? Like, dude, I've been in my dad's life my whole life. You just got here, buddy. I asked why. She said, you'll be in a lot of pictures and I don't want it to be a distraction. Dude, you're the worst. And not the OP, the mom. I told her flat out, I'm not dimming myself for her aesthetic. She was crying to my dad. To his credit, he backed me up and said I could come however I wanted or not at all. Yeah, that's valid as hell. She gave me the side eye all wedding day, but I rolled in bright purple and all and got compliments from other guests on how cool it looked. And now that she's married, she barely talks to me. Not that I'm complaining. Yeah, I mean, what does she expect, dude? It's not like you asked to be disabled. Like, what are you, like, what? You got your wheelchair before she even came into your guys' lives. Like, that's insane. Please add some lights to the wheels next time you deal with her. Dude, that would be sick. Like those, what are those called? Like Skechers light ups. Oh, this one looks interesting. All right. Entitled mom demands my daughter's plushie mid-flight because her son is tired, quote unquote. Oh God. Why do people just assume they're entitled to your stuff? Like where in their right minds did they think that that's okay? It's almost like they never got checked. I, who's 27, was on a 5-hour flight last weekend with my 3-year-old son. It was her, all right, hold up. Sorry, I said son, with my 3-year-old. It was her first time on a plane. So to keep her calm, we bought her her favorite stuffed fox, her comfort toy. She clutched that thing like a lifeline during takeoff, which is totally valid. I mean, when you're 3 and you're flying, you have no clue what's going on. About an hour ago, also look at Sora looking outside. About an hour ago, a boy maybe 5 or 6 in the row ahead of us started crying and fussing. No big deal. We've all been there. His mom turns around and points at my daughter's stuffed fox and goes, hey, he's just really overstimulated. Would you mind sharing her toy for a bit? What? It's one thing if somebody offers, but it's another thing to think that somebody would just give it to you something that's they own. Like, what? I blinked, then said gently, sorry, she doesn't like sharing this one. It gives her, helps her with her anxiety. She sighed dramatically and said, what was that noise? I'm sorry. That noise, I don't know if you guys heard that. Did you guys hear that? That was really weird. I'm not streaming, am I? Okay, sorry. I just randomly got like a streaming noise out of nowhere. But yeah, okay, so, hold up, where were we? Sorry, I got distracted. I'm so sorry. So when she sighed dramatically, she said, this is why kids today are so selfish. Brother, what? That's why kids today are so entitled. I didn't respond, but then she whispered, not quietly, some people shouldn't be allowed to have kids if they can't teach them basic manners. What do you mean? Woman, are you insane? Okay, that flipped a switch. So I said loud enough for others to hear. If you're that worried about your kid's comfort, maybe pack something he actually likes instead of trying to trip strangers into handing theirs over. Several people around us muttered seriously and gave her a side eye. The flight attendant even offered my daughter some stickers and told the entitled mom to stop harassing other passengers. She didn't say another word for the rest of the flight. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad she got checked. I'm so glad that OP said something, because like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Like, people like this just piss me off because they don't get it, man. Like, how have you never been checked to understand social cues and stuff? Comment says, what pisses me off is the mentality that if you're a kid, you have to share every single thing that you own if somebody asks for it. Yeah, sharing is caring, but at the same time, you don't have to. Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm gonna teach my kids. The world doesn't work like that. You're not owed a turn with my things just because you asked nicely. I can just as politely decline, and I'm not an a-hole because I do so. I agree. Like, no one's an a-hole for saying no. You're an a-hole for how you say no. Like, if you're like, hell no, or stuff like that, yeah, you're an a-hole. Boy, come on. Like, no one's really doing that. Jesus. Oh, shoot. What? Hold up. Entitled grandma demands to be in the delivery room. Bring security when I say no. So I, 26 female, just had my first baby. My mother-in-law is intense. She believes all family members should be in the delivery room. I only wanted my husband and my mom. That's it. No negotiations. Mother-in-law threw a fit when we told her. She said, it's my grandchild. I have the right to be there. I reminded her it's my body. Oh, that's a good rebuttal. She cried to the rest of the family and told them I was being cruel and trying to cut her out. Dude, stop. Stop acting like a little baby. She's the baby in this situation. The day I went into labor, she actually showed up at the hospital with a hospital security guard claiming I was confused and wanted her there. Dude, what are you on? The nurse said, ma'am, if you don't leave voluntarily, we'll have to escort you out. She left red-faced and then called my husband 43 times while I was pushing. He put his phone on silent, as he should. We haven't seen her since, and honestly, it's been the most peaceful postpartum recovery I could have asked for. Yeah. What the hell is wrong with her? I could be using the hospital staff's testimony for my restraining order. For real. Wait, what? Entitled mom berated me for using sign language in public? What? Some people can't communicate without sign language. What do you mean? So I, 22 female, am hard of hearing and use both speech and sign language. I was at a cafe with my best friend who's deaf, and we were signing and chatting over coffee, which is like the cutest thing ever. If I saw that in public, I'd just smile because like that's so awesome. This woman comes up to me and says, excuse me, can you not do all that here? What do you, like, talk? I would be like, excuse me, can you not talk at all? Like, what do you mean? I asked, do what? The hand thing. My kids are trying to eat and you're distracting him. It's rude. Oh yeah. Like, my communication is distract. What? It's like they think that they're the only main characters ever. The world is only here for them. I blinked. You mean sign language? She nodded and said, it looks aggressive. He's trying to learn proper manners and you're confusing him. Actually, proper manners would be teaching him that's sign language and that there are people out there that are deaf. So she's doing a terrible parenting job. I said you could teach him that people communicate in different ways. That's a great life lesson. Oh, that is so respectful of you, actually. She huffed, called me a liberal weirdo. Dude, being called a liberal weirdo for communicating because you're deaf. What in the world? Dude, this gotta be in the middle of bumfuck. Because, like, how does she not know what sign language is? And then the lady walked off muttering. Her poor kid waved at us when they left. We waved back. The barista gave us free cookies and for being the least weird people here today. Wait, hold on. What does it say? TIL, only liberals are deaf. I know exactly the bit of sign language I would have used to make her go away. Oh, the middle finger. Classic. Oh my God. What in the world? It's like people just don't want to parent well these days. It's kind of crazy. Wait, what? Entitled mom demands I uninvite my service dog from college orientation. Your service dog. Like, literally, you need it there. What? I, 18 female, recently got into a university a few states away, and I used a trained service dog named Miso, for medical reasons, seizure alerts. Miso is such a cute name. I love that. He's highly trained, well-behaved, and wears his vest at all times. During our orientation week, wait, hold up. They hosted a family welcome day. My mom and I were standing in line for campus tours with Miso by my side when this woman behind us loudly says, "Is that a real service dog?" No, it's just wearing that vest. Because my daughter is terrified of dogs and we pay tuition too. Oh, yeah, okay. That's funny because it's not like we didn't pay tuition, right? You guys are the only ones who pay tuition. If I get a seizure, is your daughter going to be the one that helps me? I calmly explained that Miso is a medical necessity and legally allowed on campus. She huffed, "Well, can you move to the back of the line or something?" Brother, I hate people like this, man. It's just like the last one. Like, do you really think that all the world revolves around you? She shouldn't have to see that right away. Well, how about you guys moved back to the line? Why does she have to accommodate for you? I said, "Sorry, but we're staying right here." She didn't like that. She went to a staff member and asked if they could make me wait somewhere else. The staff looked horrified and told her no. Oh, I'm so glad the staff is like that. That service dogs are fully welcome. She stormed off, dragging her very embarrassing looking daughter. Yeah, it seems like her daughter does it. She's not even the one that's in the wrong. It's the mom. Later, that same mom complained at a parent-student Q&A that dogs on campus make it hard for some students to adjust. Who does not like dogs besides your daughter? Because and a few people in the world. Like, what? The moderator just said, also, campuses are huge. Moderators just said service animals are part of campus life. If that's an issue, this might not be the school for you. Dude, for real. And also, you're not training your kid for the real world. She acts like she could just be, you could shelter her kid from service dogs. Miso got several pets and compliments that day. Entitled mom got nothing. I wonder if it's the daughter or mother who's really afraid of dogs. Convince the daughter that dogs were scary so that she'd never ask for a pet. Yeah, for real. That could be the case. Wow, that's crazy. Entitled dad demands my seat on the bus even though I have a cane. This happened 2 weeks ago. I, 28 female, used a cane because of a deteriorative hip condition. I was taking the bus to my physical therapy appointment when an older man with a stroller got on. Okay. So both people, very, hard of walking. There are several seats open, but he walked straight up to me and said, you should give that to someone who needs it. I blinked and said, "Sir, I actually do." He looked at my cane and said, "Oh, please, young people love faking injuries for sympathy." Brother, what a bitter old fart. I hate people like this. Just because you're old and deteriorative doesn't mean you're inclined to other people's stuff, dude. I calmly told him to take one of the other seats. Yeah, there's a bunch of other seats, bro. He then tried to lecture the whole bus about lazy youth. A woman nearby finally snapped and said, "She has a cane. Sit your self-righteous ass down or stand and deal with it." He muttered something under his breath and stomped to the back. I am so glad that there are people out here that just actually stand up for you and stuff. When I got off, he glared at me like I'd kick a baby. "Sorry, not giving up my seat just to feed your ego." Yeah, it's like he forgot that how the world works, I used a walking stick for a while when I was recovering from a motorcycle accident. A pregnant woman on the bus demanded I get out of my disabled seat. When I showed her my walking stick and told her I needed to sit there, she had the gall to tell me, "It's not a walking stick, it's a prop to get a better seat." I probably shouldn't have replied, "It's also a blunt instrument," because that resulted in her calling the cops. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, that's crazy. I mean, you're not wrong, though. It is a blunt instrument. What? Hold up, what? Entitled mother-in-law demands I name my daughter after her, then fakes being ill to manipulate me. This is crazy. What? I, 31 female, had my daughter 2 months ago. My mother-in-law is intense. The moment we announced we were having a girl, she started calling her Little Marie, her name, even though we hadn't even picked one yet. My husband and I already had a name picked out, Lyra. Oh, that's a pretty name. We kept it quiet to avoid drama. When the baby was born, my mother-in-law showed up in the hospital uninvited and brought a onesie that said Marie Jr. Ew. Dude, why? In glitter? We told her the baby's name was Lyra. Not that Marie is a bad name. It's just the fact that she came with that without even knowing the daughter's name. That's crazy. We told her the baby's name was Lyra, not Marie. She immediately burst into tears and said that we had ruined her legacy. What legacy? Brother, you act like just because she's named after you or not doesn't mean she's not your granddaughter. Then came the kicker. She called the rest of the family, claiming she was having chest pains and had to go to the ER from the stress. Oh, wow. Stress from the your granddaughter not being named after you? Like, come on, are you serious? We were horrified until her daughter, my sister-in-law, texted me. She's fine. She drove herself home after eating ice cream. She just wanted attention. We stopped all contact for 2 weeks. When she finally apologized, it was for being so emotional because of love. Ew, what? Lyra's name is now embroidered on everything. No regrets. Yeah, she seems like such an attention whore. Like, what the hell? Wow, glad sister-in-law texted you about her, about the histrionics. Congrats on your daughter. Yeah, well, that's a silly one. All right, let's read one more good one, and then I'm going to have to end it because when I'm filming this, I'm actually live streaming the day of, so I got to knock out another one. Let's see what's a good one. Oh, and if you're a Patreon member, we'll read a few more. Whoa, what is this one? This is kind of long, but let's do it. Entitled parents of seniors sue the school so no more students can get dance festivals because they were psychological and emotionally abused. What? This isn't my story. It's my sister's, 16 female, and honestly, I don't know how can so many entitled parents exist in one place. For some context, every year, the seniors at the school throw a huge arts festival open to the public. It's their way of showing off everything they've worked on and leaving a legacy before graduating. Think music, dance, art installations, invited guests, even famous local artists. Oh, that's really cool. It's open to the students from year 8 to high school, plus their families. Entry cost is $10 to $15 per person, which covers production and any leftover earnings. And any of leftover earnings, that goes to the funds for seniors' legendary Ditch Day beach trip. Oh, that's cool. That's cool that the school is funding that too. Like, that's actually a cool school. Cool school. The highlight of the night, a dance competition where each grade performs a routine in front of the external judges. This year, my sister and her class were hype. They practiced like crazy. Hours of sweat, sore feet, and lost weekends, all for one unforgettable performance. Theme, Brazil. So you can imagine the samba, colorful dresses and skirts, sparkling costumes, the works. Dude, Brazilian dance is so cool. Like, I need to learn that style at some point. Even their martial arts is beautiful. Like, everything about Brazil is just beautiful. And it was unforgettable, just not for the reasons anyone quite expected. 3 out of the 5 competing groups absolutely slayed their routines. The audience was buzzing. No one had a clue who'd win. The competition was so tied that even the tiniest mistake was a reason for worry. When the results were finally announced, it was surprising. First place, sophomores. Second, seniors. Third place, 8th graders. My sister and their classmates were ecstatic. They happily climbed to the stage. Oh, because your sister's a sophomore. To the stage to receive their trophy when they had been ushered down the stairs. Oh, they had to be ushered down? What? Cue the chaos. A mob of angry, entitled parents stormed the front, yelling shameless at the organizing teachers. Someone threw a soda bottle. What? That is an actual threat towards children. Like, what? Or a minor. Another person hurled their festival's food at them. Dude, what the hell is up with this? Security had to escort her and her daughters out of the school premises to her car. So there's multiple people who did this. The sophomores, to avoid confrontations, just took a picture and left to their after party to celebrate in peace. The winning result had been decided because the seniors did not follow the rules and several points were taken off for their total as a consequence. But it didn't stop there. The next week, the organizing teacher and her daughters didn't show up to school for safety reasons. The bulletin board dedicated and made by the sophomores vandalized, ripped papers, and hurt messages. So I'm assuming the seniors' parents. The seniors, they left their second place trophy and medals in the middle of the school courtyard like it was a radioactivity. To top it all off, they refused to play any more sports match planned for the month against the sophomores, citing emotional and psychological Seriously? Okay, so it was the seniors. Okay. On social media, they posted dramatic messages like, everyone knows who the real winners are. The sky is too high for rats to reach. The most hated group because they envy us. Dude, this is such bad, like, teaching too, because you're teaching these kids to be entitled and not know, like, that's not how the real world works. The we willed. Then came the emails to the school. In the name of the school, we do not support any behavior that endangers the safety and well-being of our community. So this is from the school. The arts festival results were determined fairly by independent observers. To prevent future conflicts, the school will decide it will no longer support the arts festival moving forward. See, you ruined it for everyone now. My sister is devastated. She and her friends were already dreaming of next year's theme. Now it's all gone. Even if younger grades agree, the seniors and especially their entitled parents ruined it for everyone. I hate that. I hate when like one group just ruins it for everybody. And here's the kicker. The lead Karen behind this mess, both lawyers, of course, are now suing the school for emotional and psychological damages. Man, I hope they lose a bunch of money for this, for losing an arts festival. I know it's usually tradition that the seniors win, but it's not a rule, and neither it's not a participation thing, dude. And neither the first time it happens. Also, I don't understand the logic behind this. The school year is finishing next month. So what's the end game of this ridiculous move? The seniors will be leaving the school. They will want to, they just want to ruin the chances for everyone else. Can someone explain? My sister has more stories about this piece of work. That is crazy. Talk about literally talk about a tantrum. Guess the real world's gonna hit these seniors and their parents hard. Winning isn't everything. Success comes from learning from failures, not suing for them. Yep, exactly. Again, so many entitled people in this world. Crazy. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever time you're watching this. And yeah, if you're Patreon folk, we'll probably read 2 or 3 more on there, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.